Hi, my Smexy Witches. Today is Tarot Tuesday, and I am working on the Hermit card. This is the Nicoletti Ciccoli Tarot deck, and this is the Tarot of the Northern Shadows deck. Again, the only two I have right now. I have a little bit of smudge going. Some sage. So, anyhow, I did write down the information that I had gotten from other sources. The little white books, the tarot dictionary. And then I will go into intuitively reading the two cards that I have sitting right here. The two Hermit cards. Both of them have the same number. This one tells you in German and in English that it's the Hermit card. This one does not say. So let's get right down into it. I hope you don't mind a little bit of shakiness. I have to hold the camera while I do this. So, let's see. The Hermit is the ninth Arcanium in the deck. The zodiac affinity is Virgo. The element is Earth. The Hermit represents the most secretive part of ourselves. In the you now position, it means you need to look within for answers you are seeking. You have to stop and do some soul searching. He calls you to take a break from other people's opinions and to start formulating your own. And basically that is opinions that people have on what you should do, what you should believe, what you should look like, what you should do in your personal life, your family life, your Christian life, your spiritual life, your whatever. You need to formulate your own opinions on yourself and not allow others to push their opinions upon you, and to break free of all that if they do. If somebody is pushing their opinions upon you, you need to get, step back from them and formulate your own opinions on others or whatever. Don't believe everything that you hear is all I'm saying. Let's see. It is now time to reflect carefully before you make a choice. Avoid rushing ahead with any plans that could push others into doing something against their will. Now is the time to think long and hard before committing yourself to any long-term plans in any relationships, mainly love relationships. Think long and hard on friendships and on love relationships. The Hermit calls you to take a step backwards, look at patterns of behavior, theirs and your own, emotions and feelings also, in any past relationship to give you better insight on whether you are taking the right path. So be well informed on everything you can think of. Oopsie. Sorry, I knocked over my little smudgy there. There we go. In the past position, you are choosing to forget certain facts or are refusing to face up to the truth. And that can happen a lot with anyone. But the card, the Hermit, brings it out. He shows you that you are refusing to face up the facts of the truth. It's tricky business. In the future position, plans will have to be put on hold until you discriminate between what is right and for you and what is wrong, or what isn't right for you. So this card in the future position, it takes time to discriminate, to realize that you may be wrong, to take a step back and look at the whole picture and see where you are along with others in this picture. The Hermit in the blockage position says it is your personal sense of isolation or loneliness that is holding you back. That's true. I do that quite a lot, so I isolate, especially when under stress and stuff. I isolate myself, and I could get stuck in being isolated. So yeah, he brings that out for you to take a real close gander at. The Hermit calls for you to recognize that he may be saying that inner healing may be needed in order to create a more emotionally balanced way of looking at life. He says to look at whatever you put your trust in and faith in to help guide you out of any darkness and into the light. The Hermit stands for stillness, for calm, for guidance, and you may need to seek advice from an older friend, family member, or otherwise mentor. The Hermit heals, with your help, he heals discrimination, discretion, detachment, and withdrawal. He calls you to search inside for inner wisdom. He warns that knowledge can be a burden. He looks to tell you that there could be a fear of revealing and finding out secrets. That's always sucky when you find out secrets. Especially not good ones. Because mainly, a lot of times, it's about you. Or it could be you just holding on to things you want to say that you don't really say. He demands you seek the truth at all costs. Not only to seek it, but also to speak it. He knows there are times when we all must retreat and be alone. He calls upon you to always ask yourself searching questions about yourself. Never stop looking for direction or guidance. And that, hard as it may be, we may have to withdraw from relationships. Excuse me. Need that, whether that be a love relationship or the relationship that isn't really working out in family-wise, friend-wise. Sometimes you just need to step back and just let them do their thing, and not draw you into certain situations that aren't good for you. The Hermit is one who needs silence to shut out all the external influences. He knows we need that also. He knows we must retreat within our own solitude to maybe see your way more clearly. He is wise, likes solitude, and a spiritual guide to all who pulls this card. So whatever he is telling you in your read, you really need to pay attention and do. Whether it be some shadow work within yourself or helping another who might be reaching out to you. He counsels with knowledge, understands your search for wisdom and truth, and encourages it. He demands sound judgment, shows you how to use discretion, caution, and concern. He also encourages you to use meditation to clear the head, and tells you when you need to reevaluate your situations in life and your life. He will have you searching your soul, digging deeper to find your true value inside. He helps you to become more aware of yourself, your friends, your family, and all those around you. He moves you beyond the need or desire for material gain and into enlightenment, spiritual inspiration, and inner wisdom. If drawn in the reverse, that's the upside down, it means you are trapped in stubbornness. You are thinking with a closed mind. You are following and giving out some bad advice. You have isolated yourself for too long. You are only looking at the surface value of situations and of people. You are acting foolishly and displaying a lot of immature behaviors. And that is what I have learned on the card. Let me put that out of the way. Intuitively reading these cards. Ugh, sorry, my arm is like, after doing yoga today. That was, whoa. But, let's see. The Hermit card. The Nicolette Sicoli one is showing me that with the Hermit, he brings light to a situation that you probably have it going round and round and round and round on. It's possibly a darker situation, hence the background. Kind of looks like woods back there. You might be lost. You're following your heart too. The spirals can mean that your situation had started out small but is getting bigger, or that what you are learning about yourself started out like a baby and has grown bigger, larger. There are two little hermits in this one, hermit crabs. There's a larger one and a smaller one. And the smaller one seems to be traveling in the opposite direction, an opposite good Lord, polarity? Good Lord, I can't even think of the word or how to say it. But the Hermit is looking at himself more inner. It's a meditation. The smaller one is the beginning of opening up to yourself, to your inner being. The Hermit brings about you looking at yourself in a bigger light than you already have. And that the walking around and around and around, you know, you're getting stuck in a turn of things. You need to get off track. You need to get off the track and stop following along other people's opinions, either of yourself or of other people or what, to formulate your own opinions, to get off this track. That's what I'm reading in this card. In this card, the Tarot of the Northern Shadows, he is covering his mouth, meaning to be quiet, be hush, listen to listen to the other's voice, hear what they are saying from them, their deepest part of themselves, hear what they are saying. He has the sword for the protection of the spiritual self, I believe. As you can see, he is a giant. He is huge, just like the Hermit in this card, but he is huge. He is immediate and in your face. He's telling you pay attention to inner things. seeking out solitude away from other people. Clearer skies will happen. The tree represents the growth. There are leaves on it. There's growth. There's light around him, almost like a halo. Search out your spiritual guides to help you, whoever or whatever that may be. A mentor, maybe. Arm yourself with your own knowledge, going in deeply into your own knowledge. The tree obviously representing growth, growth in your spiritualness, growth in probably some kind of shadow work, maybe, to get to know your inner self better, and it will grow. It reaches to the heavens. It reaches to, it reaches up to your higher spiritual being, up into the heavens, into the skies. So that is what my intuitive reading of this card is. So I hope you guys liked it. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but definitely give this video a thumbs up. You know, leave any ideas or thoughts in the comments, and subscribe if you already haven't, or if you haven't already. Wow. And I will talk to you all soon. Love you. Bye bye.